Family, it's Gangster. I'm gonna be doing part 1 of What If Luffy did not have a quirk. Did not have a devil fruit. So in this one, he never ate the Nomu, whatever it's called, me fruit. So we're gonna start this off when Luffy meets Sanji. No. We're gonna start this off at the big old battle. Luffy versus Usopp, you know what I mean? So Usopp and Luffy stare each other down as Usopp says, "You might think that I don't have a chance. Then I'm gonna defeat you right here, right now, Luffy." "Stop, Usopp. I'm telling you. I don't want to have to go too far." "Well, you won't have to." Usopp and Luffy. Then, as they're trying to rush at each other, Usopp does the same bullcrap as he does in the beginning. It's just that Luffy uses armament hockey. See, Garp had, since in the original, Luffy had a devil fruit, so Garp, thought that would get him up as a marine. But in this world, Luffy does not have a devil fruit, and let's just say that Garp had an interest in teaching Luffy how to protect himself, because let's say that Ace put Luffy through some weird trials, like big bears, big tigers, and once Garp heard about this, he tried to train Luffy, and he trained Luffy to the point where he could protect himself. When Luffy jumps in the air, he then says, "Shockwave mileage," as he throws his hands down, and a ginormous shockwave, like a power bomb blast, then goes flittering at Usopp. It hits Usopp as Usopp's then flying right into the ground. Luffy reaches back to the floor as he's running over at Usopp. Usopp says, Usopp says, "You won't get anywhere closer, Luffy," as he shoots 3 bullets at Luffy, but these bullets just bounce off of Luffy. And then Luffy says, "You're dead, Usopp." And then Luffy is punching Usopp in his face, like punch. And then he punches Usopp in his gut. Then he bashes Usopp on the ground as Usopp falls on his face, down on his tummy. And Luffy just puts back on his straw hat and walks away. Luffy says, "It's a shame that I had to fight one of my Straw Hat members. I'm so sorry, man." She then walks away. Now, Usopp, he eventually came back. But we're gonna go to one, little filler arc. Luffy says, is talking to Chopper. Tony Chopper is talking to Chopper as he says, "Chopper, I want to help you. You see, that ability that you have, it's kind of like my hockey." "Your what?" So y'all wondering how I'm so strong. It's not because of devil fruit or anything like that. It's because I use this ability called hockey. Well, that was my last video. It's because I use this ability called hockey. And I want to train you in use of it. So they train for a couple of months. And the only hockey that he's picked, he already has, his deer senses. So the only hockey that he's picked up is armament hockey. He's able to kind of put the black march around his arm. And we then see a scene where him and Luffy then collide fists, which then is sent a shockwave through the entire island. Now, this is Chopper in his buffed arm form. And let's say he has another form too, his buffed leg form. And Luffy is always looking like this, just in case you wonder. No, there's no transformation. That's what Luffy looks like. Just, he sometimes... His body physique looks like this, but when he's in his hockey, it looks like this. If you did not know, this is Roxy Zebek, and that's a younger pirate king, and that's, what's his name? Garp. Yeah, should just zoom in. So we're not gonna skip to the country roar. In this one, Luffy destroyed the Balvias, so he won't have to do all that BS they did before. When they reach the island, Whitebeard sees Luffy and he says, "What are you doing here, kid?" And Whitebeard then asks him, "Do you have a devil fruit?" And Luffy just simply says, "No." "Then you're not supposed to be here. Leave now." As Luffy then says, I'm going to get into attack formation. If you didn't know, Luffy actually does still have the straw hat. He's still Ned Shanks. It's just that he never ate the fruit, because in this one, Garp, since he was there a little bit longer, he fed Luffy some sunflower seeds. He fed Luffy something. As Luffy then says, "Sorry, I'm here to get my brother." If you don't even have hockey, then how do you expect to save Ace? Who said I didn't have hockey? Even though Luffy might have destroyed the crew, shoot. Even though Luffy might have destroyed the crew, he still does not, his crew still got, pounced away to their certain places. I feel like that'd be a great character development. As Luffy then squats down and jumps in the air, he yells, "Incarnation Smash!" And he punches the ground, which sends rubble flying everywhere. And then all of a sudden, Luffy then goes running. Luffy's running as fast as Pain right now. He's running he then goes for ginormous hop straight to where Ace is. But then Aokiji Kuzan? No. Aokiji. I forgot the light guy's name. Again. Shoot. But then all of a sudden, Aokiji then creates a barrier of ice, which then Luffy says, "I don't have time for this." As he then punches the ice with his bare fist. And then Aokiji, is it Kuzan? Aokiji then says, "You're not gonna get away that fast." And then he then says, Ice Cyclone. As then it's going in circles and circles and circles. Luffy just says, "I can't deal with this." Incarnation Smash! As he then claps both of his hands together, sending a shockwave that goes straight to where Ace is, which it pushes back Sengoku, Garp, and Ace just a little bit. I've noticed something in my what ifs. I've been underrating Garp. Just because he got beaten by Luffy so easily. I still don't remember how that happened though. I've been underrating the Vice Admiral, the Fleet Admirals, and all the Admirals. So in this one, I'm gonna, give them their true strength. As then a Kainu comes down and he says, "Stop, kid, or die." As if you could kill me. As Luffy then rushes at Akainu, throwing punches, punch after punch after punch. Then Akainu then says, "You're dead, kid." He's about to throw a punch down at Luffy, but then all of a sudden Luffy cones his hand into hockey, which this surprises the Kainu for a little bit, but then the Kainu realizes Luffy's gonna hit him. But then, before he can move, he then gets hit by Luffy right in the gut, which sends a Kainu flying, bro. Luffy then forms his legs and arms in hockey as he jumps in the air, and he does kind of like a Hulk smash. He says, "Pavilion smash!" And he then hits where the admirals are, which sends both of them flying. And then the Logia type Okanai or Okani, whatever his name is, Luffy then says, "Ah, Snake Man barrage!" as he keeps punching the light guy in the gut. As he then does one more punch, he says, "Texas?" No, he says Detroit Smash. Now, I'm going to have the Detroit Smashers in these. Luffy does not know. In the One Piece world, I don't think there is such thing as a Detroit. He's just making up these random names. Like Detroit Smash, Elakini Smash, Jakati Smash, Hulk Smash. Like he's just making up these random names, man. As he then goes in for what's his name? Aokiji, and he then yells, "Huh. You not?" No, that's an attack for the end. As he then yells, "Texas Smash!" And Luffy then punch Aokiji in the gut, which sends his eyes flying everywhere, but it mainly sends him flying into a rock, creating a deep crater. When the other two admirals then get up because Aokiji's down, they then say, "We underestimated you. Well, it seems that was a brave mistake." As he then teleports over to Luffy, and then he kicks Luffy in the face, and then Akainu with his lava and burst punch then punch Luffy right in the arm, which nearly breaks Luffy's arm as Luffy then goes straight through a couple of barriers. And they then say, "Fighting up against two admirals when your strength is only about at one admiral's level is really foolish, kid. You should have had this thought out." As Luffy then spits out blood. "Thought out. So what, you think I'm some kind of coward like you?" As Luffy's then starting to power up, he then grips his arm. He grips his fist and he bulges up his muscles. He says, his voice then gets deeper, "I am no coward." So Luffy right now looks like, I know I've been doing a lot of Luffy X Escanor. Okay, Luffy now looks like this. He does not have a devil fruit. This is his hockey only. As Luffy then says, "Sorry, man, but I'm no coward like you. A real man fight. A real men fight with their fist, and they show actions. They don't just talk and sit behind a little spotlight like you admiral fools." As they expect Luffy to be Whistler, which all of a sudden Luffy's behind them as he says, "You didn't see that coming. I thought you could move as fast as light." As he then punches the ground, which sends all of them flying. Like this creates an entire barrier of sand, of ash, everything like that, and it then goes flying into the air. Some Marines fell, like everybody had to put their hand over their face, like that one iconic, like those iconic Naruto scenes where somebody does a strong as hell attack and then all of a sudden everybody gets flown back, man, like Odama Naruto Rasengan or a giant Rasengan or a Rasengan in general or probably a Kirin, I don't know. When everyone's flying back, as Naruto then starts to walk, as no, not Naruto. Oh my gosh, Luffy. That's his name. As Luffy then starts to walk out, the admirals say, "What strength do you possess?" It'd be a pity to as a kind of as a kind of says, "It's a pity that we have to kill you." Kill me. I'm just getting started. As he then rushes at Akainu, then he uppercuts Akainu right in his left jaw, which sends Akainu flying like skyscraping through the air. And he, almost flies into Sengoku. Sengoku grabs his legs because Akainu might have went to the water. And he throws, and he says, as Akainu then says, "Throw me down." Sengoku then throws Akainu at lightning fast speeds, and they think that this is gonna do something to Luffy, but this just bounced off of Luffy's tummy, and then he goes inside of Luffy's tummy, and Luffy then says, "Good idea, cannonball!" As a kind of thing goes flying out, and he accidentally punches. It's like a Superman pose. He accidentally punches the light guy right in the face. The light guy, a kaiju or whatever his name is, then gets back up, as he then says, "You're gonna pay for that." And Luffy says, "I want to see you try, Detroit." Whip. As he then whips his arms, which sends a ginormous karate move, like a little karate move, which hits Agano, the light guy, in the gut, disabling him and knocking him out. Akainu says, "Oh goody, it's only me." As he sends lava balls at Luffy, he then uses his strongest attack. It's kind of like a Kamehameha. And then he says, "Luffy, ha ha ha." Wait, lava, ha ha ha, whatever. I don't care what he says. But this then goes pummeling at Luffy, and Luffy says, "What if I do a counterattack?" As he then pushes his arm out, and then all of a sudden, that attack just came back with the force of 2 times. No, he does not have full counter. This is the force of the wind, which then sends it flying straight back at Akainu, which hits Akainu, and then Luffy jumps in the air, and he says, "Die!" as he hits Akainu right in the back, which sends him flying into the ground, and Akainu hits his back, and he is out of commission. As Luffy then looks up at the Vice and Fleet Admiral, he says, "Who's next? You, Grandpa?" As Luffy then shrinks back down. Garp then sighs as he says, "I am the one who taught you hockey, right? I guess it's my responsibility to beat you. You're not gonna get past me." As then, it's like a Saiyan battle. As Luffy then stands up like he's Luffy then stands like he's Vegeta, and what's his name? And Garp then stands up like he's Goku, and then just this energy and force then goes pushing the air around, and this wind is like, it's not Goku anymore. It's like Naruto when he was, I think it was Naruto or one of the characters in Naruto. They were fueling up, and they were so strong that they sent people flying. That's literally what's happening. It's starting to a whirlwind is starting, as then a tornado then surrounds them, and as what's his name? Luffy then rushes in at Garp. He says, "Let's finish this in one move." "I agree," as they both say, "Walking in Calabasas." Punch! That was Garp at the end. As they then collide fists, which sends a shockwave destroying the tornado, which a whirlwind then starts. Sea creatures then rise from the bottom of the sea. The water then follows like everywhere. This is getting crazy. The sky then cracks and thunder starts to roar. And all of a sudden, when you didn't think when you didn't think it could get any worse, it gets worse. All of a sudden, Ace's shackles break. Um, everybody's aching from the pain and the haste. Nobody can see, nobody can read, nobody will know if it will be a cake in the end. In the event factor, Garp then goes flying back as his arm is completely broken now. Like, oh, you kind of overdid it, Luffy. As at the end, Luffy then stands tall and firm with his chest puffed out. I told you, Grandpa, nothing's gonna stop me from saving my brother. And then all of a sudden, Sengoku says, oh, this is gonna be a problem. Hey, guards, get... As he then sees the guards on the ground, and he sees Ace. Ace then throws a fireball at Sengoku. Then more and more and more and more and more. As then Sengoku keeps dodging, he then turns into his Buddhist form. But then, out of nowhere, he sees Luffy, as Luffy then gives him a good Detroit smash to the jaw, which breaks his jaw, and he then goes flying. He then says, you're gonna pay for that, kid. As he says, I'm stronger than Garp. As they both then go rushing at each other. Luffy says, I have the exact embodiment of your move. As he then goes back into his... I will just make part 2 heart it. Shout out to that guy. I guess we're gonna be making a part 2 to whatever what if he's talking about. As Luffy then turns back into this form. No, he doesn't turn into this form. I don't know where Mr. Kanjan Ryu is. You know? Right, I'm talking about the big bad Luffy. I don't know where Mr. Kanjan Ryu is. It's like a ginormous Luffy. As Luffy then goes rushing. And when I say rushing, I mean rushing. Like, okay, that's starting to sound a little femme. As Luffy then goes rushing. Wait, hold on. Wait for it. Eli Primetime Harris. As they then collide fists. Now this is even worse. I can't even explain it. It's beyond my word. It's beyond my pronunciation. It's not even inside of my vocabulary how strong that punch was. In the end, Son Goku's down. As Luffy then says, Ace, we did it! As a random just shot and killed Porcus D. Ace! As Ace then falls, drops off the mountain. As he falls right on his back, Luffy then says, no, Ace! He's holding Ace and he's crying. He then looks at the random... this guy's rank is so low. He's not a commander. He's not a captain. He's not even a chore boy. He's a... let's see. I'm just trying to think of one off of my head. He's a apprentice chief petty officer. Yeah, that's how low he is. As he's stumbling the gun in his hand, he says, I couldn't let you hurt our admirals like that. Luffy then says, you're dead. And he rushes at the guy at full speed, but then Whitebeard stops Luffy and he says, are you that much of a terrible human? What? That you say? You take down someone who doesn't even know how to use hockey and who doesn't have a devil fruit. All they know how to use is a petty gun. If they could have they might have killed Ace, but they never defeated him in the battle. You don't even know. As Luffy then looks back at Whitebeard's crying. He says, "This isn't what Ace would want." As Luffy then backs up, he says, as he's walking away, with tears in his eyes, he says, "Okay, I tell you what. When you when you learn how to use hockey or something like that, I want you to search me out or come and find me. And we fight to the death." As Luffy then points at him, "On my word, I will win." No, he stuck his hand inside of Ace's chest and took off his hockey. He said, "On my word, I will win." You know that Naruto scene? He's clearly gonna win. As the guy then points his gun at Luffy and he says, "On my word, I will win." As Akainu then shouts, "Kill him! Kill him! Shoot him!" "No. We have a battle. When do you want this battle to be?" 2 years. 2 years from now. This was being broadcasted. Like, it just got returned on because no way that one transponder snail died. So no way that thing's gonna survive. Like an entire clash with Garp and then Sengoku. That's a little hockey. As Luffy then takes Ace and he points it right in front of the man and he says, "That apple, what were you saving it for?" "Just in case I got a devil fruit." Then Luffy then tells him, "Take it out of your pocket." As he takes it out of his pocket, all of a sudden, it's the Mirror fruit. As much as I hate this, eat the fruit. "Wait, but I just killed your..." "Eat the damn fruit!" As he then eats the fruit quickly. "Train with it. Be a master in hockey, and then I can actually face you. If you only know hockey, I'll kill you in a day." As then Shanks reaches there a little bit late. He then sees everything that happened. As he sees Luffy, and he says, "Long time no see, Luffy. Where's Ace?" As Luffy then holds up Ace. "He's dead." "Sorry, Luffy. It's okay. Me and that guy right there. We have a date 2 years from now." "What?" "No, not that. I mean a fight. We have a fight. Like a date. A date. Oh, never mind." As Luffy, as they then point out, as Shanks then says, "Hey Luffy, look at this paper. Your bounty. It's reached to 4 billion. "What?" "Last time I checked, it was at 900 million. What are they trying to do?" "You just defeated all of the admirals." Huh. What, did you expect them to keep you under 1 billion for that long? I mean, you are going to become king of the pirates, right?" "Yeah, but still." "Oh, Shanks, one more promise." As he then takes off the straw hat and he walks over to Shanks. "You remember that promise that I told you?" "Yeah, one day I'd be a formidable admiral. I mean, one day when I became a great pirate, give you back this hat." As Shanks then says, "Wait, never mind. Let's make a new contract." When you become the Pirate King. No, keep that hat forever. What? Isn't that your name? Straw Hat Luffy? You're right. Guess I'll keep it. This is where I'm going to be ending off this video. If you like, comment, subscribe, share, all your friends on your social media platforms. YouTube. We're out.